Hello and welcome to Sktv's News. You're watching Primetime English News with HEMABATI. First, the headlines. Manipur government invites COCOMI for meeting with high-level delegation to discuss prevailing situation. COCOMI yet to decide on holding talks with government. COCOMI spokesperson Nahakpam Shanta reaffirms its stance to boycott BJP MLAs, ruling MLAs, party leaders, workers and their supporters at Khongjom Day event. Citizen for Justice Manipur CFJM raises alarm over citizens and human rights violations, excessive use of forces by central forces and security forces in Manipur. And a total shutdown over Tronglaobi killings and United Naga Council's shutdown against TM-COCOMI attack continues. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. Government of Manipur has invited the Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI, for a meeting with high-level delegation to discuss the prevailing situation in the state. In an official communication issued by the Office of the Chief Minister on April 22, Secretary to Chief Minister Nailin Thang Telian conveyed the desire of the Chief Minister to hold a meeting with a delegation led by Home Minister Khongjom and comprising two senior MLAs. The letter addressed to COCOMI convener YK Dhiren requested the organization to suggest a convenient time for the meeting and sought confirmation at the earliest. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI spokesperson Nahakpam Shanta has reaffirmed the group's stance to boycott BJP MLAs, ruling MLAs, party leaders, workers and their supporters at tomorrow's Khongjom Day event. Speaking at a press meet held today at their Lamphilpad office, Shanta appealed to the public to chant democratic slogans while attending the observation. He condemned the government's failure to arrest those responsible for the Tronglaobi attack and the TM-COCOMI ambush, despite repeated appeals. Citing widespread protests demanding justice for the victims, Shanta urged security forces to stop using excessive force against protesters. The COCOMI convener added that the CSOs, conglomerates, volunteers currently have no plan or intention of holding talks with the government, accusing it of working against public aspirations.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯥꯝꯖꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯕ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯥꯎ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯐꯥꯎ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯃꯄꯨꯡ ꯐꯥꯅ ꯗꯤꯇꯦꯜ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦ ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯔꯛꯄ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯌꯨꯀꯦꯅꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯆꯦꯟꯅꯔꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯀꯔꯝꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯆꯦꯟꯅꯔꯤꯕꯅꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯨ ꯈꯪꯍꯟꯕ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯑꯉꯥꯡ ꯍꯥꯠꯄ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯗꯤꯇꯦꯜ ꯏꯟꯀ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯔꯤ ꯔꯤꯄꯣꯔꯠ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯥꯎ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯈꯪꯍꯟꯕ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ IDPꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯒꯚꯔꯅꯔꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯔꯝꯕ 31 ꯃꯥꯔꯆ ꯐꯥꯎꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ IDPꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯌꯨꯝ ꯃꯟꯖꯜꯍꯟꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯀꯃꯤꯠ ꯇꯧꯈꯤꯕ ꯇꯥꯏꯃꯤꯡꯗꯣ ꯂꯥꯟꯊꯣꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯁꯨ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯞ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯂꯧꯕ ꯂꯩꯇ꯭ꯔꯤ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯆꯤꯡꯗ ꯅꯥꯔꯀꯣ ꯇꯦꯔꯔ ꯑꯣꯄꯔꯦꯁꯟꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯗꯤꯇꯦꯜ ꯗꯥꯇꯥ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯥꯎ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯐꯥꯎꯗ ꯄꯤꯊꯣꯔꯛꯄ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯁꯔꯀꯥꯔꯅ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯈꯪꯍꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯔꯝ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯂꯧꯁꯜꯂꯛꯄ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯪꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯍꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯣꯝ ꯗꯦꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯣꯄꯣꯖꯤꯁꯟ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯗꯥ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯇꯤꯚꯤꯁꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯦꯚ꯭ꯔꯤꯕꯗꯤꯁꯤ ꯈꯣꯡꯖꯣꯝꯗ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯦꯅꯤ ꯃꯤꯟꯁ ꯇꯧꯔ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯅꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯂꯥꯛꯇꯧꯔꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯍꯤꯟꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯟꯁ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤ ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯐꯖꯗꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯅꯠꯇꯕꯤꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯗꯤꯃꯣꯀ꯭ꯔꯦꯇꯤꯛ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯃꯑꯣꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯀꯥꯔꯗꯁꯤꯡ ꯄꯥꯏꯔꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯂꯥꯎꯔꯤꯕ ꯈꯣꯜꯂꯥꯎꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯅꯥ ꯄꯪꯉꯕ ꯃꯅꯥꯀꯣꯡꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯗ ꯃꯃꯤꯠ ꯇꯥꯡꯉꯕ ꯃꯃꯤꯠꯁꯤꯡꯗꯨꯗ ꯁꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯈꯣꯜꯂꯥꯎꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯀ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯌꯧꯍꯟꯕꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯟꯖꯥꯗꯨ ꯍꯌꯦꯡ ꯁꯣꯏꯗꯅ ꯂꯧꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨ ꯊꯝꯖꯒꯦ
Citizen for Justice Manipur CFJM has raised concern on violation of citizens' rights and human rights in Manipur. It has also raised concern on excessive use of forces by central security forces and state forces in Manipur. Speaking in a press meet at Jairab Court, which was held in connection with the Tronglaobi incident and TM-COCOMI ambush incident, Vice Chairperson of CFJM, A. Nautuneshwari, asserted that repeated failure of state forces in doing their duties and further deterioration in law and order and governance will compel people to demand for review of merger agreement through Article 143 of Indian Constitution, which allows President of India to seek Supreme Court's judicial advisory on any questions of law or fact of public importance. while criticizing Manipur police for failing to file an FIR on CRPF firing incident in Tronglaubi. Notodeshwari said police could have conducted spot inquiry, take confessional statement and inquest report from CRPF personnel who were involved in arbitrary firing towards protesters and could have prosecuted the culprits. This has created various lapses in getting justice for victims. Speaking further, she also demanded action against police personnel for firing live bullets to protesters, while asserting that the present unrest is resulted due to failure of security forces in securing the lives and properties of civilians.
CRPF na firing taugiba adugi against the CRPF na accuse oigadaba adugi FIR lokhatpagi pauta de madu lokhalamgane haibachu thajade adugumba mayam ama tawasna police ki asoiba mayam ama lei loinana asugumagi moment changchilakpa kanda Imphal da Sagon banda Uripok da Singjamai da jaga punamak tiar gya sel private hospital amada madugi manungda mekhu changdana khotana problem oibigi thengnagare adudana chana yamna mong ta da ba hakchang da injury ohanba yaba pot ama chu lehelle masigi damukta su sarkarna karigumta lokhatpa leite aduna sumaina tawriba mayam sida akhoi gi demand di public interest ta angang ani hat ki ba aduga hojikti yamchalae okul gi ni ani ma hat ki ba act of terrorism tawreraga masakhang da ba kuki ni chingna ba terrorist singna tawgi ba thabak chingche masi mapam khodeng makta military operation military crackdown tawreraga act of terrorism chathari bise masi zero tolerance ta masi pangthok piu
CFJM Khongjom demanded military crackdown on terrorists in Manipur and to ensure safety of civilians in the state. He also demanded judicial inquiry in death cases involving firing by security forces to civilian protesters. Speaking further, Khongjom asserted that people are demanding their rights bestowed under Constitution.
Victim angang ani dadi akhoi Manipur sarkar na magi paisa pirani na tare aduga hojiki victim ahum sida su sapmana ba madugi victim compensation scheme gi makhada phanggadabani madu Manipur sarkar na magi heta separate phukhaw digi home ministry gi phukhaw digi puthoraga pige do nate adudi victim compensation scheme mena leiri bado adugi matungin na siri ba ahum sida phangpham thokoni 10 lakh se madudei duda FIR sandraba makhoi sing ase phangbugi makhoi da possibility se yamna lapna lei karigino na haibadi me thar digi tholei ba 2023 se amase tholei irang sida akhoi gi valley gi oiba mite masa singi missing person sing sire di khangaga akhoi na dead body di phangdriba sing se hojik su still compensation phangdri ma makhoi gi right su sathi na mapira bane ba adugum basi mayam sing ase akhoi gi parliba sarkar asina assembly da makputhoktraga su cabinet decision am lobiraga sigraba missing person sing ase aduga police na su missing dead body death certificate su issue to bangam da banina masigi da makta akhoina ordinance ama jari biyo na haiba su akhoina mamang da taya su haijagrabani ado still hauju phawdo mado karimok to bide madugi matang su.
Protesters blocked road at various stretch of Imphal-Sangaitil Road in support of total shutdown in Manipur following Tronglaubi bomb attack incident. People spread out wood, burning tires and other heavy objects to block road at Kachikul Garong area, Salam Thongkong and Patsoi Part 4. Protesters raised their voices against the killing of innocent civilians in Tronglaubi and demanded justice. Similar protest was also held by Mera Paibi members at Urembam Awang Mamanglekai.
Karong kaskun sangai ten apun mai bejing koi using ga pulaga torong laubi da ji anga isa ani leita bajiga loina na koi gi misam hom hat ki bodo adu dugi amasung koi naga isinau jing misam ani hat ki dugi matung ina koi nungai ta khongtok poina koi ngasi sijuk sidai da mayam na tokjeri pa na sira koi saru ga jabani haru mata situation loble manipur ki sakta kaidera foki terrorist somna mudan kita bane manipur.
A mass rally was held from Kongba Dobi Lampak to Palace Compound demanding justice for victims of Tronglaubi today. The rally was carried out peacefully with personnel of Manipur police ensuring that no untoward incidents unfolded during the rally. The rally was organized under the aegis of All Manipur United Clubs Organization (AMUCO), Manipur Students Federation (MSF), Poirei Lemirol Mera Paibi Apun Manipur, All Manipur Women Voluntary Association (AMAWOVA), and Committee on Human Rights (COHR). Speaking on the sideline, President of AMUCO Sanjoy Sorokhaibam accused government of empowering Kuki militant groups through Sioux Pact, and this has undermined the safety of common people. While calling for collective participation in the protest, Sanjoy also asked whether the leaders of this state deserve to pay tribute to heroes and martyrs of Khongjom war. The protest rally also saw brief scuffle with security forces as some protesters tried to go past the barricades set up by the security forces. Few tear gas shells were fired to disperse the crowd.
Now we got here.
I don't know this government India Manipur Miambo, Santi Oina, English Sigan Sinaba Honor Biroi, Makoina, Sud Labor, Kuki militant sing on the non Sud Labor Singo, Uzukra Peter training Pidana, innocent Prazasinda, Ulai Katon, Oka and the Mio, Bissam Prazakamahal, Paletre, Madam Aduna, Arthayog, the Central Security Force, when a Handikro, a quite Iraba Sidaki, a quite Iraba, say a quite Laxerake, I will say a quite Sova, as in Dani, Aduna, Womengi employing, other security forcing. Kuna maksu iyo sida sarug yabiyo kuna yasi kangkong chahel libese basi government indagna tawge tawo policy ne maram aduna makhogi mathakta akoi achaw paramadi and tammi rasi habese ajrasin thank you.
COCOMI advisor Jitendra Ningomba stressed the crucial need for collective effort and dedication in the present struggle against those who attempt to break up Manipur for the sake of future generations. He was speaking during a sit-in protest at Khurrai Lamlong against a recent Trong Lao Bay incident, subsequent firing on civilians by CRPF personnel in a camp, and the TM Kasom ambush. The protest was jointly organized by Union of Social Upliftment, Khurrai Lamlong Kaithel Pambi Punbanupi Lub, and women folk in and around Khurrai Lamlong area. Speaking further, Jitendra accused both the government of India and Kuki narco-terrorists of orchestrating the state's ongoing instability, urging the public to remain dedicated to the struggle against those attempting to divide the state. He also condemned the recent attacks at Trong Lao Bay, TM Kasom village, and the firing incident by CRPF personnel.
Madhugi Matunda, Makoibu, my partner, Nebogidamaka, I call the Landa, but the direct involved Kuki Narco terrorists, Tang Toruk Musum Tang Teret, Luna, Hingi, Pumamaka, Minute Kartabamaka, Mamagi, Matamanunda, Sina, Lezeriva, Tawai Lobiki, Venetra. Ganana no Kimno, Ganana Mutapano, Ganana Ponga, Kuki Narco terrorists. Kuki narco terrorists, my puppy about Machine, I was a topic about in Minabakidamukta, Jugali, Saturday, what to Tawai Magan Bukre. Kumbi, Terra, Kondigi, Wahengum, Bobby, Marksu, Twak in the Gre. Ganana Kapunomina, Sierra, Pilda Kapunomina, Lenga Sigi, Lusingo, Imaching Minister, Mapom, Kadim Talega, Santi, were in Laure, Ufun Salure, Noare, Aduga, Imphal, Mayundan, and the Diva, Yellow Mitapul, Animusi, Abu Ebuso, Kanadawi, Cooking and Continuously.
Laimanai Apunbanupi Lub General Secretary Senjam Memi asserted that mere visits for inaugurations and trips to hill areas will not resolve the ongoing conflict, urging the government to take concrete steps to control the unrest. She made a statement during the protest demonstration held at Ramgailong at Langul Laimanai, jointly organized by Laimanai Apunbanupi Lup and Ramgailong Women's Society. Senjam Memi further alleged that the government should end the violence instead of siding with Kuki elements, stating that the protest was staged against killing of 2 children at Trong Lao Bay, deaths of 3 civilians in CRPF firing during the subsequent protest, and killing of 2 Dangkul at TM Kasom in Ukhrul district.
Asuk kanjaraba misi mina mikap miracle angang dugi mama duna ngasi ba uda chak chadaba makai mapa duna angau buduna leiringai matamda karamba sarkar gi sangha bano tawgodoriba madusu tawbiganu haidna thingba leigaba ngarang taju makoy na blank fire tawba fuba saibada miyo ju soktana leire adubu karigumbada hen chanjo oi chano sarkar padala ma so oi chano ekoi gi leiriba yelong mi sing jibu namta ke khalaba hen na mai chalakani ji sarkar ju khangbiyo.
Lay Ingkol Youth Development Organization LYDO and Lay Ingkol Khongjom Leimaron Apunba organized a sit-in at Lay Ingkol today, protesting against Trong Laubi incident. People during the sit-in demanded justice for victims of Trong Laubi and also military crackdown on Kuki terrorists. They also demanded legal action against CRPF personnel who fired and killed civilians during the protest. Speaking on the sidelines, Secretary of Lay Ingkol Khongjom Leimaron Apunba Khongjom Haitombi called the Trong Laubi in the killing of innocent children as heart-wrenching, which mercilessly separated a mother from her children. Calling it a heinous crime against humanity, she demanded prompt arrest of those involved in killing children and legal action against CRPF personnel who fired upon protesters. She also demanded government to conduct military crackdown against Kuki terrorists.
Nakoi layna kari namakano taibang tinsak chadriba angang ani sibo sihaliba na haliba jo nakoi kari daw laygena dok yamna ihau changthalaga moini khang khangawdana nongmai kapthok pirakdana mafam marang khangdana isa ahum masu laykidre aduki matik ima hoi thawai ji yamna nongai jate aduki matik khoi penjadre sugumba misi mina jibo khoi bu kayang poina tago haibano ngasina kanagi hayang na kanagi pendri bro lanji loisan biro ma hoi la loisan ba pame shanti ba me.
Apunba Chingmairong organized a sit-in in front of Vishal Mega Mart to protest against killing of innocent children in Trong Laubi and a killing of innocent men in Ukhrul district by suspected Kuki militants. Meitei, Tangkhul, Kabui and Nepali from Chingmairong area took part in the protest by holding placards condemning the killing of innocent civilians. Speaking on the sideline, a Tangkhul woman expressed concern on the gruesome killing of innocent civilians, including children. She further maintained that development have taken back seat owing to the prevailing tense situation in Manipur and urged Centre to work out solution for the crisis and to facilitate resettlement of displaced families to their original homes. Meanwhile, spokesperson of Apunba Chingmairong, Bikash Arambam, also criticized the state government and Centre for failing to provide safety and security to common people.
Trong Laubi gi angang hat pagumba lambi da kari tonga chachaba micham hat pasi masi di taibang da sikumba thok lamoi dra haina khalle kuki gi lamjat si yam ka hen khre chaukhat bada thengda halli aduka tingna chingna pan bada disturb tawi akhoi gi health problems mayam lagre distress mayam mipum khuding tumba chaba khangre macha singbo orphan oyanba lupi bo widow oyanba si mi oi bagi lamchat na tre khoi am nungai taba phau.
Samro, Naurim, Apunba, Mairapaibi and people of Samro took out a protest by blocking the Mayai Lambi against Trong Laubi incident. During the road blockage, protesters didn't allow vehicles to pass through the barricades, except those emergency and essential services vehicles. Protesters also came across a two-wheeler carrying tobacco products, and the tobacco products were subsequently destroyed by burning them.
Ban tawringai matamda gari lakpa khudimak che tawjaraga kari polam yawi kai dawi khole habji mai ben ban chawka pakuna mangna yenjaba matamda gari makalaki aduda angang duna garai da chalu ke na hangba matamda mana ana bagi chalu yena hai gari du che tawba matamda ji ni sagi oi ba polam jada talab yaw leirame adu gi da mana manungda kari no tawraga yasanara ji hai ba wafam thambadagi ban chawka le mayamna koi chawna badagi magi talab pochai je polam tisagi polam je kuina ban chawka li ba kuna mangna ngasi samuro bazar da
Local clubs, women folk and youths from Tinungai to Nacho in Bishnupur district took to the streets today to demand justice for the recent attack in Trong Laubi. Organized under the aegis of Amuko, Poirei Leimarol Mairapaibi Apunba Manipur, Amawova, Kohar and MSF, the rally passed through various areas including Tinungai, Port Sangbam and Nacho. Participants shouted slogans denouncing the recent incidents that claimed multiple civilian lives and condemned the inaction of the Central Security Forces. Members of Oyumpok Mairapaibi questioned why government authorities are more efficient at enforcing laws to disperse public protest than at applying laws to punish those responsible for killing innocent civilians. They were speaking on the sidelines of a sit-in protest at Uyumpok Khongjom multipurpose hall against a Trong Lobby attack and TM Kasom ambush. During the sit-in, protesters strongly condemned both incidents and demanded justice for the victims. They also urged the government to launch an immediate military crackdown against the Kuki narco-terrorist and demanded that central security forces be withdrawn from Manipur, citing their alleged failure to protect civilians.
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯙꯔꯅꯥ ꯐꯝꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯇꯦꯁ ꯇꯧꯗꯨꯅ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯃꯩꯔꯥ ꯂꯦꯂꯤ ꯆꯠꯄ ꯃꯇꯝꯗꯗꯤ ꯑꯥꯔꯝ ꯐꯣꯔꯁꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯋꯔꯁꯤ ꯇꯠꯇꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯀꯥꯞꯄ ꯑꯣꯠꯄ ꯅꯩꯕꯒꯤ ꯊꯕꯛ ꯊꯧꯔꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯂꯣꯗꯤ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯅꯥꯔꯀꯣ ꯇꯦꯔꯣꯔꯤꯁꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯆꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯗ ꯑꯦꯇꯦꯛ ꯇꯧꯔꯕ ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ ꯔꯨꯜ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯂꯣꯗꯣ ꯀꯔꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯤꯗꯒꯦ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯆꯥꯅ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯉꯥꯛꯁꯨ ꯉꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯖꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯁꯨꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯇꯤꯛ ꯄꯦꯟꯗꯦ ꯁꯦꯟꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯜ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯍꯤꯁꯇꯣꯔꯤ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯏꯔꯝꯗꯝ ꯃꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯈꯪꯗ꯭ꯔꯁꯨ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯑꯁꯇꯦꯠ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯄꯤ ꯃꯄꯥꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯍꯤꯁꯇꯣꯔꯤꯀꯦꯜ ꯀꯌꯥꯗꯣ ꯈꯪꯍꯟꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯃꯗꯨ ꯈꯪꯍꯟꯕ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯐꯝ ꯀꯣꯟꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯩꯕꯒꯤ ꯃꯊꯧ ꯇꯥꯗꯦ.
Hengbung Village Authority has strongly condemned the alleged misconduct of volunteers of the United Naga Council UNC, accusing them of forcibly dragging a woman vendor out of a shop during the ongoing shutdown. In a statement, the village authority described the incident, which reportedly took place on April 21 at Hengbung Village, as abhorrent and direct defiance of Kuki customs and traditions. Seeking accountability, the Hengbung Village Authority urged UNC leadership to take immediate and stringent action against those involved, demanding punishment in accordance with Kuki customary law. Three-day shutdown called by United Naga Council UNC in protest against the alleged attack by suspected Kuki militants on April 18 along Imphal Ukrul Road continued on its second day, disrupting normal life in Naga inhabited areas of Manipur. Business establishments, schools and colleges remained closed while passenger vehicles stayed off the roads amid road blockades enforced by the supporters of the shutdown. However, essential services, including medical emergencies, have been exempted from the purview of the shutdown. No untoward incidents have been reported so far on the second day. It may be mentioned that a shutdown was called following the killing of two Tangkul individuals, identified as SW Chinnaushang and Yairingam Vasum, in an attack by suspected Kuki militants near TM Kasom village under Ukrul district along National Highway 202. Federation of Civil Society Organizations, Fox Manipur, along with 14 civil society organizations, has strongly condemned the killing of two Tangkul Naga civilians, reportedly carried out by suspected militants on April 18 between Litan and TM Kasom. Terming the incident barbaric and inhumane, the organizations expressed deep condolences to the bereaved families and stated that such acts of violence pose a serious threat to peace, communal harmony and rule of law in the region. They urged the government to immediately arrest and prosecute the perpetrators, strengthen security along National Highway 202 and other vulnerable routes, and take effective measures to ensure the protection of civilians and restoration of normalcy. Chairman of the Justice Committee on Anglo-Manipuri War 1891, Joy Chandra Khongjom, asked how long the leaders of the state intend to betray the Meitei community on the global stage. He was speaking at a tribute-paying ceremony for the martyrs of the Anglo-Manipuri War at Standard Robert Higher Secondary School, Kanchipur, Imphal. The event was jointly organized by the Justice Committee on Anglo-Manipuri War 1891 Martyrs, freedom fighters of Kangli Park and descendants of Anglo-Manipuri War 1891. It was also attended by Major Chingtha Mukta's grandson, Sarat Chandra, Longjamba Poila's grandson, Longjam Ronendra, and Standard Robert High Secondary School founder, P.H. Landoni. Speaking further, Joy Chandra questioned whether the people of Manipur should hold center leaders or the state's own leaders accountable. He added that it is high time elected representatives become conscious of the present situation in the state. He also cautioned all concerned to immediately stop sowing discord that lures youth into drugs or lead them to be slaughtered in war, leaving women widowed. noting that pursuing narrow communal interests has caused both hill and valley communities to endure pain and hardship. Joy Chandra urged everyone to rise above such divisions. The Justice Committee chairman expressed confidence that peace and prosperity will return when the different communities of the state break down the walls of vested interest and work collectively for the larger interests of Manipur.
1891 Anglo-Manipur kari de thoki aikoi pai pusing ado ki marakta makoi masen ki marakta mon manadabadegi adugunba British na madu khudong chaba launa nabagi damakta thoki ba lani habse aikoi khangna wafam sahi tare kuntapu oiragasu ningthau phammunabadegi thoki ba lan ngatani adu oiba taragadi ngasi Manipur da chakliba mai ase masi kari degi thoi haibado aikoi miyam gi mihut oribisina munna khanba mathau tare Manipur sida ita lairiba major community maitai Maling Fambak Takta, Kayang Quina, Yon Kigadege, Masi, Nasiki mute or using the Munna Kanabamatam Yore, Kapalabu Kongo Marak Station, Makoina Wakal Punjanaraga, Idam Dam Kandabayade, Imaleva Kandabayade, Ivagi Wakal on the Firepta, Subchana Lepa, Matam Yore, I give 14 Hele, I give 40 40, Amadi, Adukulava High Kamangi, Instruction Namaru, we have the Tado Piro, Idam Dam Kanchi, Izati Kanchi.
Now, before we move on, it's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. You're watching SKTV Primetime English News. More news and updates. Democratic People's Front (DPF) Manipur has expressed concern over the ongoing violence in the state since May 2023, alleging continued targeting of civilians across different communities and calling for urgent intervention and accountability from authorities. DPF legal advisor and chief spokesperson L. Sanjoy referred to recent incidents, including killing of 2 minors at Tronglaubi on April 7 and killing of 2 Tangku civilians at TM Kasom village on April 18, alleging that innocent people have been affected in the continuing unrest. It also criticized the response of both state and central authorities, alleging inadequate action in preventing violence and ensuring justice. DPF further questioned the silence of national leadership on the situation and urged stronger measures to restore peace and protect civilians in the conflict-affected areas of Manipur.
State Force side Dharna, peace treaty, Miyagi institution, Penelope, Columbus, the Kahima, with Tabosing Jatakiba, with Lamida, Mayum the Khan, the Java Mayama, Tangana, Tugaikiba, as the Lamida, some of the Sassabuni, the Mapin of Hara, Sevikiba, Suma Mayamasi, Matunga, the Topidana, Mingi Scientific, Masiki Sabsaba, necessary essential of a Pinama Singari, Pikiba, Nana, Nibusumama, Matan, Silla, and Niba, Guyana, Tamsiba, to Singapore, Yagi, Legriba, Honorable Prime Minister, Home Minister. High to the city Matangsta, or he, I'm not about Habitabashi, okay, Manipursi, Yagi citizen, not the bra, Manipursi, Yagi, Patamo, and Hydra bra, not Raga, Manipursi, you know, I will also keep my daily Tamzari.
Tentha Punbamaira Paibilup strongly condemned the forceful inauguration of the Wongjing Block Development Office by Chief Minister Y. Kim Chan yesterday, calling the event untimely and insensitive. The organization further asked the Chief Minister to visit Churachandpur district if he is courageous enough. Speaking to the media today, Tentha Punbamaira Paibilup Secretary Naurim Netajani argued that the inauguration took place amid the state's ongoing unrest and a total shutdown called in protest against the Tronglaubi attack. She further refuted claims that Tentha women folk participated in yesterday's event, terming the allegation completely unfounded and baseless. Netajani clarified that the women and locals of Tenta have actively supported all public movements and agitations, including the ongoing widespread protests against the Tronglao Bay incident. The organization demanded that all concerned publicly clarify whether any of its members attended the event. It also warned that the individuals concerned should be held accountable for any untoward incident if no clarification is given.
Manipur ki Chief Minister na Wangjing Tenta CD block namduna sangha kibado mafam matam chade Thobal district Maira Paibi apunba lupna shutdown lairingai da sangha bigano haija kibani adubu CM na ngami haiduna namduna sangha kibado yajaningde CM na narim lairabadi Wangjing da nampu da sangha kibagum chosam pudachu namduna changbiu Nathana Narinjen, Pudopiu, Aikoi Sunatung Injerke, Tentada Ladiba, Apunba, Maira Pabi, Lupna, Sanga Kiba, Yauki, Haiduna, Facebook, Tagat Pidapado Aran, Wapamni, Kanagumba, Tenta, Apunba, Maira Pabi, Luki, Membersing the Sangaba, Yorum Labadi, Numihumnigi Manunga, Sengdok Pidakadavani, Karimba Sengdok Tapataragadina Sana, Daito Pujagadavani.
Foothills Naga Coordination Committee FNCC has announced a resumption of indefinite bandh in all Foothills Naga areas, citing Government of Manipur's failure to implement provisions of the Memorandum of Agreement signed on 28 February 2026. The committee stated that despite repeated appeals and sufficient time being given, there has been no meaningful progress in fulfilling the agreement. The bandh, which will include restrictions on movement and economic activities as decided by FNCC, will come into effect from midnight of 23rd April until further notice. FNCC has urged the government to act with urgency to honor its commitments and appeal to public to extend cooperation and maintain peace and discipline during the period of the shutdown. Governor Ajay Kumar Bhalla has paid humble tributes to the brave sons of Manipur on the occasion of Khongjom Day, commemorating the historic Anglo-Manipur War of 1891. In his message, the governor described Khongjom Day as a symbol of indomitable courage, patriotism and unwavering spirit of the forefathers who laid down their lives to safeguard the sovereignty and honor of the state. He noted that the supreme sacrifice of the Khongjom heroes continue to inspire generations and serves as a reminder of the value of freedom and dignity. The governor further called upon all to reaffirm their commitment to the ideals for which the martyrs fought and to uphold their legacy by promoting unity, strengthening social harmony and working towards peace, progress and development of Manipur and the nation. Speaker Khongjom Satyabrata paid homage to the martyrs of historic Battle of Khongjom 1891 on Khongjom Day, recalling their supreme sacrifice for the motherland. He said their courage, sacrifice and indomitable spirit continue to inspire generations and uphold the values of patriotism and unity. He further stated that Khongjom Day should serve as a reminder that the sacrifices of the past form the foundation for a stronger and more harmonious future. MLA K. Robindro also paid tribute to the martyrs of Anglo-Manipur War of 1891, remembering their sacrifice in defending Manipur's sovereignty. He honored Major Pona Brajabashi and other heroes, urging people to uphold unity, peace and dedication while working towards a strong and prosperous Manipur. World Earth Day was observed across various schools in Khongjom and district under the supervision of District Administration and Zonal Education Office ZEO Khongjom, in line with global theme Our Power, Our Planet, highlighting environmental protection and collective responsibility towards nature. As part of the program, students and teachers from 44 schools, numbering 1,267 participants, joined national webinar organized under Eco Clubs for Mission Life of the Ministry of Education in the presence of Kartikeya V. Sarabhai and Professor Chetan Singh Solanki as main speakers. The observance also included tree plantation drives, awareness programs and interactive sessions conducted in schools to promote sustainable living practices and environmental consciousness among students, reaffirming the importance of Earth Day in addressing climate change, pollution and biodiversity loss. Assam Rifles commemorated World Earth Day under the theme Planet vs. Plastics by organizing community-driven environmental initiatives across border villages in Chandel and Khongjom districts of Manipur, promoting sustainable practices at a grassroots level. In Jandal, programs were held at Sajik Tampak, Old Samtal, New Samtal, Aibul, Jopi, Kovang, Mombi and Mulcham, where 152 villagers participated in cleanliness drives, awareness sessions on natural resource conservation, painting competition at Mulcham and poster campaigns on climate resilience. Plantation drive at St. Mary's School, Sajik Tampak, was attended by students and staff, planting 15 saplings. Similar plantation drives were conducted in Khongjom at Mulvailup, Faimul and Kangpat Khulain, with participation from students, teachers, village authorities and youth, aiming to curb soil erosion and improve air quality. Assam Rifles also provided tools and saplings to ensure lasting impact and strengthen civil-military cooperation for environmental protection. General Secretary and spokesperson of Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee, Seram Nekain, has asserted that lack of education and nationalistic character among leaders and legislators led to chaotic and conflict situation in Manipur. Seram Nekain said this during felicitation function for students from Khongjom constituency who have secured ranks and high marks in Class 12 examinations conducted by COSIP. 4 students in science stream, 3 students in arts stream and 1 student in commerce stream secured top 2 ranks in the examination. A total of 15 students, including 7 subject toppers, were felicitated by presenting mementos during the function, which was held at the residence of Seram Nekain at Singjamai Ketri Lekai, lane number 6. Speaking further, Nekain asserted that people who do not love their motherland and its people cannot become a successful leader. He stressed on the need for sincere, qualified and courageous leaders in the society. He also encouraged the youths to play active role towards contributing for society.
Every profession that doctor, engineer, sportsman, administration, politician, artist, the national character aina aigi leibak ki damakta aina aigi praja mayam haitare aigi group ki damakta aigi praja ki damakta wakal khanba national character akoi gi english da topa patriotism jo haidana ko rene khangna ima leibak nuksibagi wakalon president ba masang masigumba national character se yawda badagi ne ba si akoi gi society jina no gi marai chekari musi problem ama thuise Manipur music labor problems the aina remind of the khangin music problem am to is gai no akoi administration paiba adagi akoi lenga paiba mayam se is the national character yaudi khudam oina haira da engineer amna thung sa matamda magi thung sa profit to hoiba sariba thung se ai gi miyamna ai sana isuna lalo do ni boido mongo da khan da ga di pa sam thadara ko sam du sana ko na ga ne sumi ko ada man mai profit to no ba pa sam thadara ko do maximum ai IT lo horaga 20 jina sara ga I sa kai to ke khalle adu kai do mongo da national character yaw ni training mana ba gi maram dam adagi ba gi prada du mishi to yi mishi bi yaw da
Dargar-born Development Committee organized a felicitation program to honor achievers of Class 10 and 12 passed students of 2026 at Dargar-born Community Hall. Recipient of Kavi Ratna National Award 2026, Lamabam Birendra Singha, who is the first Manipuri from Barak Valley, Assam to receive the prestigious recognition, was felicitated during the event. Lamabam Birendra Singha, along with T.H. Ananda Singha, K.H. Singabi Singha and Yumnam Dablo Singha, attended as main guests. Speakers on the occasion encouraged the students for academic excellence and celebrate literary achievement in the community. Kuki Film Development Association, Kufida, has expressed profound grief over the sudden demise of prominent Kuki film director M. Paunyo Haukip, 45, who passed away on April 22 around 8 a.m. at Ideal Nursing Home, Tuibong. Hailing from Laloifai in Chandal district, Paunyo Haukip was widely regarded as a pioneering figure in Kuki cinema, whose works reflected society and culture with strong artistic vision. Kufida stated that his passing marks a significant loss to the film fraternity, remembering him as a mentor and creative force who inspired many aspiring artists. The association extended heartfelt condolences to his bereaved family and announced suspension of all its scheduled activities as a mark of respect during the mourning period. And now moving on in the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center Imphal, state's maximum temperature was recorded at 29.5 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 17.5 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 91% in the morning and 59% in the evening. Manipur received a maximum of 7.4 millimeters during the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, India Meteorological Department has forecast isolated rain and thunderstorms across all districts of Manipur on April 22, accompanied by lightning and gusty winds of 30 to 40 km per hour, affecting Tamenglong, Senapati, Kangpokpi, Imphal West, Imphal East, Ukhrul, Khongjom, Jiribam, None, Bishnupur, Thoubal, Kakching, Tengnopal, Chandel, Churachandpur and Ferzo. From April 23 onwards, dry weather is likely to prevail in most valley districts including Imphal East, Imphal West, Thoubal, Kakching and Bishnupur, while hill districts such as Tamenglong, Senapati and Ukhrul may continue to receive isolated rainfall and thunderstorms. The forecast further indicates revival of rain and thunder shower activity across several districts between April 26 and 28, with Jiribam, None, Churachandpur and Ferzo likely to experience scattered rainfall towards April 28. Now, before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Manipur government invites COCOMI for meeting with high-level delegation to discuss prevailing situation. COCOMI yet to decide on holding talks with government. COCOMI spokesperson Nahalpam Shanta reaffirms its stance to boycott BJP MLAs, ruling MLAs, party leaders, workers and their supporters at Khongjom Day event. Citizen for Justice Manipur CFJM raises alarm over citizens and human rights violations, excessive use of forces by central forces and security forces in Manipur. And total shutdown over Tronglaubi killings and United Naga Council's shutdown against TM Kasum attack continues. Now that's all we have for today's Primetime English News. Thank you for watching SKTV. Keep watching for more news and updates. Have a good night.